Bitch, I'm me. 100 on the wrist, I ski. All on the wall, I ski. Fuck who see.
Let's choose fake dope dealers. No real niggas that be moving weight in them villas. Talking about keys, say it's keys in the van, but he really move grams.
It's mad that they nachos. Shout out my vatos. Shout out the hoes that's watching me like my vatos.
Click on them.
YouTube was good. It's your boy LeBron, female rapper Lee. I'm back with a quick video. It's really gonna be quick. I'm really mad that I played that music that long. Well, it's only 10 minutes, so I mean that's doable. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Anyway, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Please make sure that you thumbs up this video, share my video. Yeah, I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you to everybody who supports my channel. Thank you to the wait. What happened? Why the fuck my shit on airplane mode? Hold on. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Let me see something. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know if you can hear me. Because my shit just said it was on airplane mode. That's why I don't like, see, I kind of like repositioned my desk and it's not near my router. I need the router because I don't know what the fuck Ranger games they playing. So listen, I'm excited. Tomorrow's Monday. The day before the 4th of July holiday. You need to do a meet and greet. Maybe one day. I might do that next year. Maybe, you know. But you know it's definitely going to be some exclusive type shit. For real, for real. But yeah, somebody else, people keep messaging me on Instagram and saying that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's something I'll do next year. Or, you know, so it has to be planned out perfectly. And I don't want to do no shit that's going to be crazy. And that it's not going to flow right. So thanks for the, you know, shout out to the people who keep saying that to me. But, you know, I never thought about doing nothing like that. But then, of course, I always think that I want to be in the moment with everything. So if I, you know, if that's something that people are interested in, I don't want to overlook it and then be like 10 years down the line, like, oh, I should have did a meet and greet or I should have did, you know, I just want to make sure it's right. So thank you for amazing thought out content. Listen, thank you, Pinkwig. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of the people who comment on my videos. But listen, let me tell you something. I think that as a content creator, you can tell what kind of work you bring forth based off of the comments that people leave. If it's simple ass comments, like I get some simple comments, but I get a lot of people who appreciate the effort that I put forth. And honestly, it's just me being me. I'm not really doing anything special. Like everything is really unorthodox. It just really just happens. So I was gonna do an upload tonight. But I didn't really feel like doing that, to be honest with you. And I had a lot of stuff to do today. I had to do all my laundry and shit. So I was like, let me just come and go live and just get this shit out so I could just tell people how I feel. Because Sukihana thinks she fucking slick. Ooh, she thinks she's slick. Now all of a sudden she got an issue with Tasha K. Wasn't she on Tasha K platform? And then let me tell you how this shit goes. Let me just tell you how it goes. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. First thing first, let me go over here to where I seen this at earlier on the neighborhood talk for this Jeremy Brown shit. That shit pissed me off. And it just lets me, like, let me tell you something. You might think that, listen, I think that is you can have the best of the both worlds. Like I was telling y'all, two sides. My father's side of the family, they was the hooded out type or whatever, and I picked up what I needed to pick up from them growing up and seeing and being around them. I picked it up, and you know, especially due to my own dwelling of living in the hood too. So you pick up certain things, and I'm appreciative of it. But it's also, I feel like it's detrimental as well. But yo, I seen this thing over here on, where is this at? The neighborhood talk. Give me 1 second. I want to pull this up right now. So I don't know if this is a sister or who, but it's just ignorance. And I'm happy. Like, listen, I don't know who, I don't know. And I don't want to see it. This is the thing. This is my channel. So I hate giving disclaimers because it is what it is. And you either going to take the message and you're going to feel away about it, or you just going to be like, yeah, I understand. I don't know how many different ways I could say it. I understand certain people based on their upbringing, based on, listen, a lot of times if you're raised in poverty, a lot of times it's hard for people to get out of those situations. So I understand that it can be difficult for some people, but like, yo, what do y'all expect? Like when you see situations like this, they call him the knockout king. What did you expect to happen? I feel like either he was going to get taken, because nowadays niggas is not even fighting like that no more, especially they ain't taking no L's. If they take a L, they trying to take you out. Hold on a second. It's a little, hold on. It's a little warm. But you know what's so crazy? I have my ear on 77. A lot of people in Texas, they leave their ear on 72 or lower. I don't like no cold ass apartment. I don't know why. I just don't enjoy that shit. So I had to go look at my thermostat. I'm like, yo, it's 77 degrees in here. Why does it feel so cool? And I don't know, like, and now it feels a little warm, probably because I was hyped listening to the music. That always happens. Anytime I get hyped with the music, I just get automatically get warmer. But now I'm drinking this cold beverage. I'm drinking this hibiscus tea. Well, it's not really a tea, it's really all water, but I just put like 2 tea bags in it and put some lemon in it. That's what I've really been drinking for the past 2 weeks. And it don't really like it just has that little flavor from the tea, but it's really like refreshing and I enjoy it in the summertime. So this is what I'm drinking right now. But mhm. So yeah, this Jeremy Brown's family wore knockout king shirts to his funeral. Let me tell you something. And I don't want to talk down on you. First and foremost, if you wearing t-shirts to a fucking funeral, you hood it out. You hood it out. It's nothing that you could do. Like, yo, and I thank God for having that little pull or just having, having certain people in your life to show you the coof, like just that what coof looks like and how to be presentable. Niggas ain't wearing, listen, and I have people on my father's side of the family when people died, they wore t-shirts to funerals. We ain't getting down like that. I'm not ever doing no shit like that. It's like, come on. How hard does it take for you to even go to Walmart to get a damn shirt and look decent with some shoes? How hard is it? I don't get it, but I want to play this video for y'all. So Jeremy Brown's family wore knockout king shirts to his funeral, and then the family, they videos, and she happy that the video done went viral, and she just listen to this.
Motherfucking internet trolling because I put Knockout King on my motherfucking shirt. Bitch, he is the Knockout King of the motherfucking hundreds, bitch. Before this motherfucking situation, y'all really dragging this motherfucking case. Y'all really just want to have something to talk about. Y'all really got too much time on y'all motherfucking hands. Y'all really getting on my motherfucking nerves, and we really laughing at y'all. Y'all really making us famous. And thank you for
you laughing and talking about somebody making you famous. You see look at the pathology behind this chick. Your fucking family member just died. You're laughing, talking about you going famous over this shit. Y'all niggas shouldn't even be doing videos. This is why I'm telling you, Lord. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm really alienated and I keep myself reclusive away from certain people, place, and things. But this is the reason why. Like, even having a female friend, depending on who she's attached to and what type of hood mentality, like that shit is defunct to me. The fuck is you talking about? And then she backing it up. Is that his girlfriend? Then she backing it up against this nigga while he against the gate. Like, come on. Like this, listen. And I know that this is not all people from Chicago. I know that there's people that's there. They grew up, they see certain things. Either they have parents or grandparents who told them, want more in life, want more out of life, you know what I'm saying? But this, come on, fam. I don't even want to be friends with people like that. I'm very critical. I'm telling you, I don't know if you're like this or maybe you just accept any and everything. Like, first and foremost, I'm not a free for all type of person. I don't know why, but this one person, and it was from YouTube. I don't know why. And it's like, soon as I made my female rap elite Instagram page, this person kept messaging me and it was like, oh, we're gonna be friends. And I'm from Dallas, and we know the fuck we not gonna be friends. Who the fuck are you to tell me that we gonna be friends? Because I don't know what it is that you thought we not gonna be friends. Like, I know. Listen, it's a lot to be a person's friend. First and foremost, I feel like friendships are relationships. They are intimate. And it's like, I gotta like how you think as a friend to think to want to deal with you every day like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's a screening process, baby. Nobody just gets into my space like that. I'm telling you. And this right here, you just lost. Listen, I gotta click off of this just to hear it from the beginning again, because I can't believe that she even cracked a grin. What the fuck is wrong with you?
this motherfucking internet trolling because I put Knockout King on my motherfucking shirt. Bitch, he is the Knockout King of the motherfucking hundreds, bitch.
That ain't the first funeral they've been to and had a loss either. People from Chicago, I feel like they're numb to this shit.
Before this motherfucking situation, y'all really dragging this motherfucking case. Y'all really just want to have something to talk about. Y'all really got too much time on y'all motherfucking hands. Y'all really getting on my motherfucking nerves, and we really laughing at y'all. Y'all really making us famous. And thank you for the 10,000 views. Like, really? Y'all that's going crazy. Yeah, y'all did y'all big one. On this motherfucking internet trolling.
Thank God that family, that warp. I look at life as like parents, like, how they call it, like women, they have the portal. Like, I just try to be like a little bit more so you can see it, where I think about the Mario, in Mario, when you go down warp, so you come up to warp, so you end up in a certain place. Could be you might go down a warp and it might be 1,000,000 coins down that motherfucker. Like, I'm happy I didn't come through these type of families because, Lord, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I even thought about that growing up upstate New York. I said, what would my life be like if I grew up in Brooklyn? Like, what would I be subjugated to? Would I be like one of those young black men gone? Like, who knows if I would have, succumb to the streets or whatever, whatever. And upstate New York is not perfect either, but it was back then, it was a different type of lifestyle. People from New York City came upstate, even though it was only 2 hours where I was from, hour and a half, 2 hours, they came up there for a better life. But yeah, that's crazy. I just can't. I don't understand it. Let me just move on. So that was his coffin. Because who the f needed a GoFundMe? Not us. Hmm? Is that his girlfriend? Knockout King, Daddy's Angel. Listen, now I understand where certain people where they just be like hopeless. It's just hopeless. And unfortunately, these people who are stuck in this type of cycle is so hard for you to get out of it. These is the type of families when you could be starting to do a little good and they gonna pull you right back down. Oh, bitch, you acting like you too good, or he acting like he this, or certain people, they want you on their level so that you and to be honest with you, I got out of that shit. And that's why I had one of my brothers I was telling you about. He would try to call me and be like, oh, you're not of this last name, or you're not one of this because you don't be coming to the events like that, because I don't resonate with none of the motherfuckers like that. True say, I don't resonate with them like that. So yes, I do kind of like cater towards, or I am closer to my mother's side of the family, because when I go over there, it's like a different vibe. It's like so much, just educated conversations, different point of views, and like real shit. And even got to the point where one of my brothers, he's older than me, and I'm like, bro, why are you always down outside of like and shit with like the younger kids? Because it's like, he has a daughter. I understand that you want to watch it, but he's never engaged in an adult mature. I like mature adult conversations. I've always been like that. I've always been nosy when I was younger, listening to the adults conversations and shit like that. And I couldn't wait to be an adult to contribute to those type of conversations. I don't mix up with people, that I'm telling you. And sometimes you can't help who you close to. A lot of us don't have no family members, and this is the only type of family that's the only type of family that you got. So you can't even help it, really. And it's really a fucked up situation. Listen, if it's like that and you ain't got if you don't have a good and bad side of your family, you need to create your own mark then. So yeah, so for the people who feel hopeless and you like, both sides of my family is hood, move out of that fucking area and just create. You know how it's, and I don't want, listen, certain people move away from their family and they don't turn back. You ever see those women who get with men who be like, not saying that every man is perfect or whatever the case may be, but let me just say this to you. I know that everybody out there, you either know somebody or you have a cousin who their family was fucked up, and when they got older, they got with a man who had structure, he had family, he was very family oriented, and then she pretty much pay y'all motherfuckers dust now. Know that it's a reason why they do that. The dysfunction. They don't want that. So it's like, if you grew up in that, thank God for those people who seen that they wanted something better. Now, I can't even really say that about my mom's side of the family is good, because one of my cousins keeps saying like, oh, I see why one of our aunts, no, our side of the family is not like that. Maybe your mama's side of the family is like that outside of ours. But I mean, after my grandmother died, things was just a little different. But my grandfather was a writer until he died at almost 90 years old. So it's like, but my aunt, she got with a good guy. Like, he worked for the federal government. He's all about family. They take care. Both of their daughters went through college. It's just a certain structure. So I understand when certain people, when they find they love through their families, through their own family that they built, they be over that shit. They get tired of the dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? They get tired of the functions and the dysfunction. So I'm just happy I didn't come up this warp, and I'm happy that I didn't have a mother who was just on that hood shit and just trying to just loud man. I don't like that shit. My mom, most of the time I got mad at her when I was like older enough to think about it, because she always told me to kill people with kindness, and a lot of people don't fucking deserve kindness. They don't. So that's that. Let's see. Suki twerked on a 10-year-old. He probably beating on his daughters and baby mama at home too. Yeah, people was talking about that. Come on, the apple don't fall far from the tree. And it's like, who knows what he's seen growing up. But at a certain point, when you reach adulthood, you have to move forward from that. Like, I feel like, and you can't keep blaming people and how you grew up and shit like that. I learned that earlier, like from one of my, actually my niece's mom, because her mother was on drugs and her sister used to be really disrespectful to their mother. And she's like, you got to reach a point, like, how you gonna keep disrespecting her? It's like, all right, she was on drugs when we grew up, but you're an adult now. So how you still living in the past of that? People don't, but listen, that's some whole other shit. So we spoke about this yesterday with Suki and Tasha K. So this is where it kind of left off, where she was saying that when Tasha K was just saying pretty much in a nutshell that whatever she was doing was not working. So then Suki said that she cried about this XYZ bullshit, right? So that was that. And then it was like today, I know y'all seen this already too. This is another thing I have to keep pointing this out with this with this site. I like this site because it points out a lot of things that I like to talk about, but stop giving this shit so much power. Like, and I'm not trying to say, and this is not the shit on anybody who has a smaller blog or whatever the case may be, but really, like, come on. If the Shade Room posted this, them niggas will have 30,000 plus likes. This is 12 hours ago. This is supposed to be a hot story. You mean to tell me only 10,000 people like this shit? But again, this is on board with what I want to talk about, so it's important. So I'm happy that they laid this shit out. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So Tasha K said that I just had a mother to mother convo with Sexy. I just had a mother to mother convo with um Sexy Red's mother. It was very cordial, respectful, when we were in our grown woman energy. Now, I don't do cheering in a smart ass mouths, and she understood that. But I understand when it's a time to be grown and exit a combo. I've taken down the post. So again, I felt like with Sexy Red, maybe it's a little comprehension, or maybe she just was trying to protect Suki because she said her name in her lyrics or whatever. Yo, quick segue. Tariq Nasheed, he was talking about Sexy Red and talking about Suki. He said that if you think about it, he said they are they are the female rappers. They were the babies of the tip of the, like, BET Uncut and the tip drill era. He said they are. He said if you think about it, all of these artists that's like 20. How old is Sexy Red? Like 23, 24. He said they're all the tip drill artists, the BET Uncut. And I had to think about it like, oh shit. He could be right. They was probably babies at that time and growing up and seeing all of the, you had to stay up late to even catch shit like that on TV. But anyway, so let's go to this. So with Suki Suzuki. So I'm not gonna lie, this lady evil, and I've been trying to ignore her cyber bullying for a long time. I even pray my anger away, but I'm finna bring the old Sukihana out. You let one bully slide and they think they all can. Suki, let me tell you something. And if you know how, like, Twitter, they limit the shit that you could see, and unfortunately I didn't like screenshot anything. But let me tell you something what she's doing. When she sees like the outpour from the Cardi B fans and they come to her defense, like, yeah, you should do this. You should, you know what I'm saying? She's playing this shit too. She's playing it. That's exactly what she's doing. And I just want to go on record and say this because I said this yesterday. Suki, yeah, I do believe Tasha K was right. She did rock this whole lane, for years at this point now, right? I remember since I first moved to Houston. Remember Suki was in the damn, I wish what type of car she was in, and she was drinking a Hennessy. She's been on some slut shit for the past 4 years. She's been on it, and it ain't worked for her. And Cardi B only put her in the video just so that she could bring the little hoes that watch her to, so she could repost it. Think about this. If you have people who have like followers on their page and you're like, oh, if I put this bitch on my video, she's going to share it. If I put this bitch in the video, she's going to share it. If I put this bitch in the video, she's going to share it. Everybody's going to share my video and it's going to contribute to it going viral. You understand what I'm saying? But Cardi, she went to Chicago and shot shit with the female rapper out in Chicago, but she ain't feel Suki Suzuki was good enough to get a feature. And honestly, Suki's music is fucking whack. And honestly, keeping it real, I felt like she's done a lot as far as like if the people who gravitate to her, I feel like is she ain't gonna have no premium fans, like not no Fendi sold out type fans, like people who really spend money like that. Maybe she's gonna have the high fructose corn syrup fans and the people who eat Doritos all day, like maybe the hood chicks or whoever who fucks with Suki like that. But to me, her music is not good. Now she has she has a little bit of the formula to be able to get a good song. But you mean to tell me you had all of this shit going for so long and you can't make no good music? at all. She ain't even from down south. Sometimes I'll be forgetting that myself. Like Suki is from Delaware, which is close to Philadelphia, which is close to New Jersey. Where the fuck is the swag at? Because the music is fucking whack. It's just whack. So then Tasha is just targeting me because of Cardi. That's the signal. Pay attention. Pay attention. She's saying this, and I don't even know if she fully believes that, but she's saying that to signal the plane. She's trying to signal the fucking plane. She wants to signal the fans in to come and save the day and jump in the mentions. And then all day she's been posting shit. She's been posting shit all day. Like, about this situation. So they about to bring the old Suki back, child. Tasha is targeting me because Cardi, we all know it. I realized that when I asked her, could she leave me alone? And she said, go ask that bitch Cardi for a feature. This is deeply rooted. It's not deeply rooted. She's saying that you fucking whack and you've been around for so long. Sukihana performing in the damn audience, in the damn auditorium. You know what I'm saying? You've been around this motherfucker for a while. And Sukihana done went to Pound Town, got Nicki. Nicki went off the Barbie world. Now she in endless fashion. So it's like, what the fuck? Suki, see, a lot of these girls is just hanging out like ornaments on a fucking Christmas tree. A lot of them is. And does Suki have a deal? I wonder if she has a deal. I don't know. But it's just Suki is a lot of she's a part of the problem in female rap. To me, it is because her music is trash. And I felt like Tasha hurt her feelings. This is why she coming out saying that. Like, and then she had another post. What happened over here? This post only had like 1,000 likes on it after 9 hours. Let's see. So then Tasha responded to her when she said, Tasha is using me for Cardi. Yeah, she's trying to signal in the Cardi fans so they could be like, oh, you should sue her. You see how people in the comments, everybody starts suing her, she'll shut up. Suck a dick. Suck a dick. Like, these people is crazy. Tasha says her opinion just like everyone else. She is not a bully. She's a journalist that tells the truth about that nobody wants to hear. But they clearly need to listen. Yeah, because baby, if you've been in this industry for over 5-6 years, going on 7, you've been doing this shit for a little while. You ain't got no hit records in 7 years. You need to just listen. And then you disrespecting, denigrating your kids by your image on TV. You ain't doing nothing that anybody could be proud of. Now, if you have the social media following, right? She's on OnlyFans doing all of this shit. Why you can't get no nigga to write you no record? If you run with the likes of the Cardi B's and you using her name and shit, have somebody that you suck they dick write you a hot fucking record. Make them niggas throw you some shit in. These beats ain't working. None of this shit is working. None of that down south slut shit that you trying to do for coming from a Delaware perspective is working. It's just not working. The fuck is you doing this shit for? But I think Suki does this for the small little bookings. Like, she basically probably on some Asian doll shit. Like, get their little bookings. But I don't know. So Tasha K said in her response, lies. I said, why don't you ask Cardi for a feature? You see how she flipped that? To help boost you into mainstream. She has the numbers to do it. Cardi and I beef long extends you. What enabled me to get in your ass was when you let them dirty just walk you like a dog on all fours. Yeah, and you know that her kids seen that. She don't care about Suki. And I seen Tasha K say something about this over here. No, I don't want people to stop using that, because there was a point where people didn't understand how to describe the dysfunctional and the defunct people. Now, Tasha said, I'll be glad when this trend of bully, narcissistic, and gaslighting leaves the internet. These words are used way too easy these days. Good day. And keep allowing black men to degrade our dark-skinned women for a check. So, yeah, I don't think that she's in this matter that it was like she was trying to gaslight or anything like that. Suki is just trying to use Cardi name so that she could just have her fan support and they could jump in the comments like, yeah, you should sue her. You should do this. And it's all a support ploy. That's all it is. It's all a support ploy. Stop name dropping people. Suki's music is just not for me. Like I told y'all last night, she kind of reminds me of this on the same lines of the damn oh, you want to know what? Oh, I thought about that before I went live. You want to know who is another Suki bitch? Dream Doll. Bitch try to pop up with all these looks and try to come out with arrogant take, combing her hair and all of that shit. Flop. Nobody ain't interested in that shit because it's not real. Flop. Dream Doll, the Suki Suzukis, all of them fucking flops. And Sexy Red better rock that motherfucker right. She better be working on another project now. I hope that she takes all of the little, the aims that people try to take at her. She better come with some lyrical shit. Like, I just feel like it because I feel like she got some cute little bops. But what I told y'all the other day, and this relates to Suki too. Let me tell you what would happen. Say Nicki did a collaboration with Suki right now, right? And she just remixed one of her songs or whatever the case may be, right? We would listen to it for a little while, just like how we did to Bia. Bia ain't get no, listen, we would listen to it for a little while, and then that fatigue just comes and it's just like you don't really like it. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. Megan was the only person that Nicki fucked with when I was just like, oh shit, I like this shit. And a lot of people, like, they felt like, what was it? The Tina Snow? I like the Fever. Cause that's what they had. Bands make them niggas dance. Bands make them hop on that motherfucker. Begging me to come through, try to fuck me out my shoes. I was really fucking with Megan. I really liked her vibe. I feel like Megan. Sometimes she has some corny little punchlines when she said that 2 pumps at Starbucks shit on that Ariana Grande shit. Sometimes she be having some shit that I feel like why didn't you think this out before you released it? Because I know me, when I'm writing some shit, I'm like, no, that's corny. But everybody don't think like that. Certain people, they just literally trying to rhyme and they don't care about how, intelligent it comes off or how complex it comes off. They just want to get through that shit. People don't really, and that's why when Nicki said that shit, I just thought about it to myself. Why did I rewrite this verse where everything on the radio is a bunch of whack verses? Because they don't care. They don't have no soul in it. That's why they ain't gonna grow old in it. And Sukihana is one and one. I don't care if Suki got a hit today. It's not gonna work. I just don't feel like it's not gonna work. So she getting her little bookends, and we don't. And let's be honest in this matter right here too. The way that Sukihana gives it up, I'm gonna just come out and say it. We don't even know if she fucked for money. The music ain't popping like that. The music ain't streaming like that. We don't know what this girl is secretly doing. I felt like even after that whole interview situation when that boy, when it was appearing that he was violating her, that shit could have been a whole ploy, like to get the shit popping. Like, you just really don't know. I don't put nothing past nobody. And with the way that she acts, especially having children, come on, like, nah, I don't know. I just don't trust it. So then it was another post from let's see. And now she's saying Cardi doesn't owe me anything. Signaling the blood clot playing because she want Cardi to come. This time, won't you save me? This time. And now Cardi, she on overdrive because she was already in Chicago working with somebody. And now she probably feel bad. Like, damn, I had this bitch Suki in my video. And she promoted my shit. And I used her for the black bitch that she was. That's how she probably think about her. I used her for the fucking promo. Suki ain't have no why. Why you put her in that video? Because on some slut shit. And now she on some, I'm not gonna say that. So you threw her in the video for that, but she wasn't good enough to do a song. She wasn't good enough to you know what I'm saying? But who knows now? Cardi is doing all these random collaborations. Maybe she'll do something now that people turned the light on her not fucking with, not doing a collaboration with Suki. So now look what she says. So she says, Cardi doesn't owe me anything. Nobody is forced to do a collab with me because they don't want to fucking do a collab with you. Your music is horrible. Horrible. Like, yo, it's hard for me to change my opinion on somebody. Like I told y'all yesterday, like Cupcake, she turned me off from the first listen. From the first listen of Cupcake, I just was turned off at all. So I was just turned off from Cupcake. Like, and I know that she tried to spit some hard shit after that. Like, I just didn't feel it. I don't feel her like that. Anyway, so she said, Cardi doesn't owe me anything at all. Nobody is forced to do a collab with me. I have dreams just like everybody else, and I'm going great working to achieve them. You hate that I degrade myself, but all you do is degrade and break down black people all the time. Black artists, families, influencers, even putting gay rumors on pastors, but you want to pull that black card when it's convenient. You can't fool me. You don't give a damn about us. Shut up. That's her job, first and foremost. And how you know that those rumors about those pastors is not really true? You know how that shit be going down in the church. So just stop it. This was one of those. She wanted to clobber and try to do a death blow to She tried to hit her with the death blow so people could be like, "Ooh, Suki's right." She did all of that shit for 2,000 likes, probably. I'm telling you, she don't get no traction like that. She don't. And she probably had Cardi B in her DM like, bitch, oh my God, you really going in on her. Bitch, you really, you see what I'm saying now? You see what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. So then she says, then Tasha says, Suki the GOAT, the difference between me and you is I don't give a fuck. Signed, Miss Coke Sniff. But my opinion of you still stands. You are living beneath who you are. I'm sorry it triggered you so much, but it's the truth. I'm done. Keep tweeting. It's great for my numbers. Just don't spend 5 years tweeting like fly like a bird and fumble your album over someone else's opinions that won't change. Now, when you elevate, I will be the first to elevate my opinion of you. Ah, yo, that's crazy. So then, is this tip drill Suki? Yep, you see. Mm. And I don't care what y'all say if you in the chat and you listen, I don't care what you do, but if you have kids, I feel like you should be in a position to be a upstanding citizen to their eyes. Like I don't give a fuck if you a porn, if you into OnlyFans and you do all of, they should not know none of it. They shouldn't know any of that. Suki, she's to me, she's not a parent to be proud of. She's just not. I don't care how hard that sound and how callous it may sound. I don't care. So so Suki said, you feel like you better than people. That's another one of them signal things to get the people who's not who listen. You know how I told y'all yesterday, my brother who was saying that to me, the one who would go around the ghetto family, and I used to say that he likes going around them because he can be who he wants to be around them. You try to signal in the not shit motherfuckers to be like, yeah, that bitch thinks she better. Yeah. I know how this shit go. People, that's almost to me, honestly, that's some narcissistic shit. And you trying to get your flying monkeys to kind of like crowd around you, like, yeah. Shut the fuck up. You feel like you better than people because of the momentum you have, and it's because you married, so you trying to police people. Shut up. That doesn't even make sense. That don't even make sense. Now it's because she's marrying police people. You just called her a cokehead. Like, shorty, these people, when you argue, just be on point when you argue. You could really tell a person's frame of mind when they're arguing. But let's be serious. You don't ring bells if you're not talking about one person. Aren't you married to a man that you hold his green card over his head to maintain? You got about 400 credit score because you want to ruin your future, degrading everybody else. Please don't tell me what to do. Manage your own life. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that Suki can't see the detrimental effects that she's causing to her children. We really don't know how her children feel, to be honest, behind the scenes. We really don't know that. But Suki, you can't see it. And I never want to be friends with, I never want to be in a relationship with a person who can't see it. You can't see how you contribute. And you know what's so crazy? Another sad thing is that Suki is so far out there, she can't turn it around. I don't think people would really care about her if she was the regular plain Jane girl with just like, if she was just like a regular girl who didn't do these things, kind of like Black China. How long you think this shit gonna work with Black China when she took all of the things out? And salute to her for doing that, whatever. But I think people are really not gonna be interested in her like that. The shit is gonna deflate. And I feel like Suki, she does all of this shit to just stay in the mix like a motherfucking ingredient. So Tasha said, now she called me Miss Coke Sniff. I was just referring to my name she gave me. Somebody gonna whip her ass one day. Tasha is obsessed with Cardi. She can't keep her name out her mouth. Even after Cardi claimed all her money in the point where Tasha's kids won't be able to go to college. And let me tell you this, Kathleen, you don't know people connections. Like, you don't know. I'm pretty sure that Tasha has a lot of different connections. Like, honestly, you just don't know. A lot of people, they just speak on shit and they think that somebody down and out. You don't even know if it's a role for her to play like she's down and out and she's broke. You don't know what the fuck is going on. These people is stupid. See, you think you're nickel slick, but I got your penny change. That's the truth. A lot of people, and you have to go along with it. You have to go along with it. So what she say? Suki and Tasha K with more. Look at this, an hour ago. Ain't this the same page that be getting 30,000 likes? Where the fuck is the audience at? You posted this an hour ago and it only got 764 likes. I need y'all to pay attention to it. Somebody's paying for likes. Somebody's doing something. Because where are all those people who pay attention to the other posts? I don't give a fuck what you say. Let's just look at this real quick before I read this. 587 likes, 9 likes. How long was this posted ago? 31 minutes ago and 9 likes? Come on. You can't tell me that this shit is something is up. Mm-mm. This was posted how long ago? 1 hour ago, 9,000 likes. Maybe they're choosing to boost certain posts because this don't make no motherfucking sense. 13K for Sweetie, JT 16K. How long ago was that? You gotta look at the numbers sometimes because shit just don't be making sense at all.
So I love to
Jonathan,
see that.
Jonathan and Raz B, they posted this 5 hours ago and it got 1,000 likes. Where's the audience at? Like, cause I'm telling you this. You know what put me onto this? And I don't give a fuck because I know that people follow my shit. And well, we're not even really friends no more. But yeah, once one of my friends passed away and I realized our level of friendship, it made me just reevaluate all of the people who I thought was friends and the people who would only reach out to me and beg me for money when they needed it. And then it was like, it would be like, you ever have somebody reach out to you and it would be this fake conversation? It's like, you know that any moment they're going to ask you for money. And it's like, I look at you as pussy when we hang the phone up and then you send me a text like, yo, can we, so this conversation, you really didn't care how I was doing. You didn't really care what I was going through. You reached out to me to ask me to borrow money. And then it's like a lot of the friendships that I had that I thought I had for years. I'm telling you, I did I did a plunge on their ass. I just did because it doesn't make sense to me to entertain fake friends and fake situations. It just don't. And that was the one friend who I never understood. I'm just like, yo, you posted this photo you posted this photo 35 minutes ago and it had 3 likes. You turn around 6 hours later and that shit would be up to 30,000 likes. And it's like, you're not fucking crazy. Then when you ever go through some people's comments, it's a few blogs who did this, but I'm telling you, you ever go through a comment section of a blog and the comments don't even make sense what was being posted. So say he posts like a drink, like say you out and you post a drink and it'll be in people in the comments will just be saying shit that's not even relative. It's like, damn, people paying for engagement too. To me, I'm like, that's some fake shit. Like I used to be saying that shit like, yo, that shit is so fake. Why do people care about what it looks so bad to the point where there's apps for fake engagement where people could leave fake comments under your page? It's like, yeah, so say you post a drink, right? And the comments will be like, "Oh, that's so hot." Like the drink is so hot? How does that even But to the average person who doesn't have any comprehension skills, you won't even be able to catch it. Yes, it's an app for everything. They have apps where people like your photos. To me, that shit is so whack. It's whack. Anyway, I think we read this already from Suki Suzuki. You feel better than people because what, and then you giving her credit too. You know she got momentum over your ass. So somebody says, Suki, you dragging at this point. You know better than her. Y'all do the same exact things. The only difference is Tasha is making real marketing moves while you performing in basements. That's crazy. Subjugating herself, her safety and all of that for a coin. Come on now, let's be completely honest. We know that Suki ain't performing at no motherfucking arenas. Come on. She ain't performing at no arena. She doing that hood hop. She performing at the hookah lounges and turning up ratchet pussies and some shit like that. She ain't making no, come on. I ain't saying she ain't making no money because I can't count her money, but she's not, come on, man. Come on. So anyway, all the people here, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about Suki Suzuki. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that she's trying to signal to Cardi fans? Now you trying to use, why you ain't say this before? And I'm like, oh, Cardi, and this is deep rooted. She just want Cardi to be up in her inbox like, yes, honey, you see what I was going through? Just sue that bitch. I'm telling you, just take her fucking money. Just sue that bitch. It ain't even gonna go that far. Like, you know what I mean? Suki just don't like that Tasha kept it real on her ass. Where the fuck is your career at? You been in this damn game for how long? For how many years? You been, and then a nigga put you on all fours like a doggy dog and walk your ass like a dog? Like, come on. Really? Degrading your children, like you don't know listen, I know that people teasing them kids. I know that they are, and she probably saying some ghetto shit to them like, tell them, baby, they talk about your mama. Listen, this is some shit. Say the daughter, say anybody come to her and say, mom, like, people teasing me about how you act. You're like, babe, don't give a fuck about them because I'm gonna get that money. Don't you like those new Jordans when I get them to you? Don't you like staying in a hotel on the weekend and go swimming? So don't give a fuck what they say about your mama because your mama gonna get it. Completely just disregarding the fact of the emotions of how the child feel. Like I told y'all, when I was younger and my mom used to wear her little wigs and stuff, I'd be like, oh my God, she about to come to the school. Oh my God, like she's wearing a wig. I would be worried about stuff like that. But my mother was an upstanding human being, and she always kind of like lived her life like that. Like real talk. She always told me, as like, even when I was younger and I remember I tried to steal something, I'm just glad that I had that reinforcement. She was like, I am a law-abiding citizen. She was like, I don't play that. You want to go to jail? You want, like, yeah, that's the type of mother that I had, and I'm happy that I did. My mother would let us get away with certain things, like foul language and stuff like that. Some like within the house, if we talking to each other. But she had bigger fish to fucking fry. She was a single mother, paying mortgage, paying private school, trying to do the best for us. Like it's, you know, when you a single parent, you can't keep your hands on every single thing. There are going to be some misses. So, but thank God that I had somebody who just didn't, who cared, like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who cared about how, you know, you turned out, and like, I don't want you to be a part of that. Don't stay away from these type of people. They bad, you know, they go for bad, or they do, but like, yeah, I don't know. My mom always was like that, and I would listen to her sometimes, and sometimes I wouldn't. Oh, my friend's dog is pregnant. Let me see. Are you selling them? I really want a dog, but to be honest, I'm too deep into my business. I'm too deep in my business, and I can't have no damn dog. Because even when I watch my dog, when I watch my friend's dog for those few days, it's just like, like most of the time when I'm doing baking, I don't bake from here. But in my mind, I don't want to be getting stuff from people who have animals, and I just don't feel like it's fair, because I work and then sometimes I got a lot going on. Imagine me coming home and then I'm going out to the gym. I don't really want no dog. I like the idea of it. Maybe when I always said, when I move into a bigger place, I'm definitely getting me a Common Corso. Oh yeah, I'm going big. Them dogs, they're very sweet, but they don't fucking play about their owners. And I want anybody, you try to listen, you try to do some home invasion type shit. Not only is you getting popped, but you gonna get bit the fuck up. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to get my Common Corso. And I'm gonna train my dog to be nice, to be social, but dogs don't like intruders and they don't like strangers. So yeah, you're gonna be in for a treat. So that's the dog that I really, really want. I want a Doberman too, because I see how they give it up and they don't back down. So Doberman pinchers, I want one of them too. I wanted a small dog for here, but nah, I don't want no small dog. I want a big dog that's gonna do something. That's gonna, you know what I'm saying, with the movers and shakers. So anyway, let me see. Let me scroll all the way down to the comments. Retarded game, a bunch of duds. Who turned on you? Who's gonna turn on you? The Cane Corso? Not if you raise it right. I know so many people who got Cane Corsos. They're really good dogs. It's just all about, let me tell you something. When you get a dog when they're small, it's important to socialize them. You need to bring them to the dog park, get them familiarized with different dogs so that they are, you know, so that they are socialized, especially dogs like that. You don't want to keep them locked up in the house and you working all these shifts and they locked in cages. And then when you can't even bring them out in front of the house before they try to attack somebody. Nah. Golden Doodles are cool. One of my mentors had one of them too. So anyway, let's move on to this Natalie Nunn. You know, a lot of people online, the haters, they was trying to make it seem like that Natalie Nunn was dissed by Nicki Minaj. And you know damn well that Nicki is a play on words when she did the song, the Endless Fashion song, and Natalie loved that shit. And I feel like it'd be like the Cardi fans and the people of the other bases who be trying to start this shit, trying to make it seem like there's an issue. It ain't no motherfucking issue. Like, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Give me a second. So let's just bring this up real quick.
Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you bitches still couldn't check. Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you bitches still couldn't check me. That's what you know, they nothing to see. Bitches on TV channeling. Even if my name was
Bitches on TV trying to channeling me. Like, yeah, come on, man. And that's nothing but the haters. People is mad at this shit. Like, they just mad because their favorite artist is not as witty or not as clever with the wordplay like Nicki. Like, to me, that was so perfect. That shit was so perfect. Like, Nicki knows what to do when it comes to that, when it comes to them lyrics, to that delivery, to that timing and everything. Like, I'm telling you, shit like this, it makes, like, I feel like when Nicki does stuff like that, she inspires bitches, and then next thing you know, bitches is coming out saying some crazy. They trying to say some crazy shit, and they shit, but it just don't hit like Nicki. Nicki just knows how to do it. Let me tell you something. I can't express. I can't express how like happy that I am for her, because it's like a lot of artists come into this game, and especially with being 15, 16 years for her, and to still be able to be impressive lyrically. I seen one person on Twitter, and they made a comment like, "Oh my God, this song by Nicki with Little Uzi, this is the best verse that I've heard from her in a long time." It's like you eating dick, because this is like I felt like the verse was good, it was clever, it was melodic, and I felt like what made it really good is because she was singing and still had the bars, but even though she had the rap part too. But it's like Nicki's been delivering since the top of the year. Did you not hear Red Ruby the Sleeves? Like that shit is hard. Did you not hear the Princess Diana remix? Honestly, the lightest thing that she came out this year was the lightest thing that she came out this year was the Barbie World. Like, to be honest. So I don't know why people feel like, but it's not people. And then when you look at their profile pic, they non-black, and they probably only riding dick because of Lil Uzi. Now, I will say this. Lil Uzi got a few songs on his album that I do like. I was at first, when I went to his album, I was only listening to the Endless Fashion. But then after I played a few of the other songs, like what is the song that came on after that? It's crazy because I ain't hear none of the songs before Endless Fashion. Let me see. See, I want to be more intentional. I was a second away from asking my friend, like, "Are you selling the dogs?" And I just deleted the message. I'm just gonna like the message and let them know I seen it, but I don't want no dog. So it don't make no. You see what I'm saying when I say be more intentional? It don't make no. Why would I ask them how much are you going to sell the dogs for? I'm not getting one. So why even do that? And then you're going to have a person. Then when the dogs are born, he's going to ask me like, "So are you interested?" No, I didn't tell you that. So let's see. Baby daddy tell me I got pretty eyes. I posted that shit and posted a picture of Cardi on Twitter. You think Offset ever told her she had pretty eyes, even with the new the Fox Eye procedure? You think Offset ever told her, "Baby daddy tell me I got pretty eyes"? Hell fucking no. That's why that nigga up in the face of the next bitch. Yo, on some real shit, Offset gives me, how can I say this? Remy Ma is definitely the bread and butter to her career, to her relationship. Cardi B, she's definitely the bread and butter to their relationship. I think it's something very, yeah. hmm For the Papoose, even though I respect Papoose, this pen is crazy. For the Papoose and the Offset and who else is a part of that? Well, Party, we don't know if he a part of that no more, but yeah, it's something identical in these situations. And yo, you know what's so crazy? You may want to go check it out, right? Let me tell you this. I was watching this interview, and it was right before the Chrome 23 battles. Let me get this off the screen. Hold on a second. So I was watching this interview, and it was right after the Chrome 23 battles. No, right before the Chrome 23 battles. I think Remy was on there with Pat Poose and Gilly the Kid and whoever that other guy is, right? But see, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I listen to everything that people say. I listen to everything. And I'm like, what does this mean? What does that mean? Right. So Remy was up there with Papoose, and they was talking about how their daughter, and she was saying how her daughter be taking Papoose side or whatever the case may be. Now, you might overlook this, but I don't overlook it. And maybe you didn't see it, so maybe you don't know. Because I know a lot of y'all, you are intellectually, you're into things and you're able to break some shit down. So Papoose was saying that his daughter was like, "No, mommy, you the one who started whatever, whatever, whatever." And then she was like, "Yep." And then the next day when she want to do something, I'd be like, "Ask your father." And then some little laughter or whatever happened. And she was like, "She knows who got the money. She knows." And I was like, wow. Wow, that was just kind of like, I feel like that was kind of like, but maybe it's the truth. BK Tidaway said that Remy was gonna divorce Papoose in a few years because it's like, he don't have his bag, or she's the bag, or whatever. When Remy said that, I think people overlooked that. It was very brief when she said it, but the way that she said it, she's like, she know who's gonna go shopping. She know who has the money. Wow. I can't remember verbatim, so don't hold me to it. She either used the word, she know who goes, she knows that who goes shopping, or she know who got the money. That's what she said. I said, damn, that's kind of like denouncing somebody publicly. And I know that the way that battle rappers think, I know that they caught that shit and broke it up too. I know that it's on their mind and they might not talk about it because they respect her a lot. But I caught that shit. I caught it. Papoose daughter loves him so much. Pap is a Pisces, Rem is a Gemini. Yup. And you know what's so crazy? I'll say this throughout life, a lot of my best friends have been gems. I'm an Aquarius. So Geminis, we do really good in friendships, but we don't do good in relationships. And I had to realize that. And I even with all of the like the little write-ups I read about Aquarius sign, they said that Gemini is your eternal playground friend. They put it in just like that. They said they are your eternal playground friend. And I truly believe that because I had some amazing relationships and friendships with Geminis. We just get each other. Like when they, cause listen, I could be on some funny shit too. When I be coming into work in the morning, sometimes like y'all realize this. Like, listen, I'm very congenial and I'm a light person, but I don't like to be bombarded in the morning. It's Monday morning. What is y'all motherfucker? Like, say good morning and keep this shit moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I come in, it's like, oh, I don't like all that shit. Good morning. And let me tell you, I don't shut down, but I give a very light this like, good morning. And you could be all like, don't try to wow me up like that. I don't like that shit. Like, there's no reason to be doing all of that. Like, I know that my cologne smells crazy when I walk through that motherfucker. And it's like, let me tell you this. I'm gonna give y'all a few, just a little secret of just my personality, how I am. I'm one of those people that when you say less, it makes people want to know more, but I'm still not gonna tell you. But I like to have that little like I just like that about myself. Like I don't spread myself thin. I just don't like, if I notice your energy is like it's almost like 8 in the morning. Sometimes I show up early. It's like, why are you like, is this pill controlled? Like, why? Oh my god. I be like, and they do all of that shit, and I be like, good morning. And I sit right down, get on my computer, start logging into my systems or whatever. I know how to shut people down. Like, I just know how to do it. And I don't really give a fuck. Don't come at me with all this crazy energy. Like, I know that you probably happy and shit like that. I'm happy too, but I have a different way. I just don't let people clobber me like that. Get the fuck out of here. Then you come into my desk having conversations before I even clocked in. No, I'm telling you, people know that shit about me now. Where they be like, "Oh, it's too early. I'm gonna give you till about 9 o'clock." Yeah, respect my space, respectfully, respect it. I feel like that might be just the New Yorker in me. Like, and I loved where I used to work at in New York because people didn't do that. They didn't do it. They just didn't do that shit. I don't like when people do that shit to me. Yeah, and I like to have a you know what? Let me tell you this. I think this is so funny, right? It happens every day, and I can't wait to hit they ass with the 1-2 tomorrow. Oh my god, I got my new Dior Sport. I just opened the bottle because I got a lot of samples, right? So I just got my new Dior Sport. I sprayed that shit last night. Yo, when I tell you so many people love that shit, I didn't even the lady who because I think she tricked me because she gave me the Valentino and the tester because on some real shit, I said, I'm about to take this Dior back because she said this was in the travel size, she said that this was Dior. I said, this shit smelled just like Valentino. I said, this smells like something that I already have. When I tell you last night I sprayed that Dior Sport, as soon as I went out, like after I got off live last night and I like went out and shit like that, I got compliments like almost immediately. Oh, wait till I hit they ass with that tomorrow. So I just want to put something into perspective with you. You know how on Shanghai when Nicki be like, what she say? Ain't speaking, I'm dumb high. Like I'm not dumb high, but it's this funny thing because when I walk into work, it's like this little walkway you walk through, and it's like all these people looking at you, and I just be having like this. I'm so firm, and I just be looking at them, and then I just like look away. Boom. And then when I hit that corner and that motherfucking cologne hit they ass, I know that they in for a treat. I know it. I know the treats that I bring. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking. There's no reason for me to. Not I speak to people when it's appropriate to, but I'm very content and very just, like I'm very just straightforward. That's just my personality, like real talk. Like and let me tell you something. It's just little signals that people give me that I know that they respect my space. Like I remember one time, like multiple times when I come back from break, one of the people in this girl in my area, she learned it. And I'm like from seeing like just my actions or whatever. If I'm still on my break, don't bombard me with no work shit. So I'll come back, she'll be like, "Oh, you're on break? Okay, you still on break?" And she'll go right back to her desk. Yeah, go back to the desk. Like, I don't let people overwhelm me. I don't like that. I pump the brakes on it. I just don't like it. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain people like that shit. I don't like being overwhelmed by people. I don't when I come in at 8 o'clock, don't be asking me about like just ease into the day. I feel like we all start the day at 100%. And and depending on what's going on, let me tell you some shit. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Um, if you can do this, do it. But if you can't, just I understand, especially if you got kids and you got certain phone calls you got to make. Before I go to work, I don't take no phone call. I don't want no phone calls from no people unless it's an emergency or something like that. There's no reason. I had to check one of my friends one time. Well, we don't speak no more due to my choice. But like I remember when I used to work at Cigna here, I used to have to be to work at like 6 in the morning, and I'm up at like 5, like getting ready for work. My phone rings, so I picked the phone up. I'm like, "Yo," I'm like, "Is it a?" I'm like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Is it an emergency? You having like a 2 o'clock in the afternoon conversation with me at 5 something in the morning?" I said, "Yo." Like, nah, we can't do this in the morning time. I feel like on my journey to work, getting ready to work, all that's all me time. I take my me time, I have my breakfast or do whatever, and I don't let nobody spoil that shit for me. You're not gonna go do it with no phone call, especially listen, the front row is my mother, my nieces, and my family. That's the front row. If you calling me about some miscellaneous shit early in the morning like that could have waited until I got off of work and could have thought about maybe reaching out, like, nah, don't do that shit to me. I'm not taking no phone calls before work. That's all me time. And then I make sure that I get to work early so that I have extra time to sit there, decompress, and then I go in and still be early. But I don't let people just walk all over my time. I just don't. And I think a lot of people, you should get more like that, because I think that's where a lot of people end up being annoyed and you feel wear down. You have a friend who calls you and talk to you about nonsense all the time. Guess what, Laurent? My personality, once I figure that out about you, and I'm not saying a lot of people not going through stuff, but I don't enjoy it. If I have a phone conversation with you and it goes heavy where it's just all about you and I don't get a word in edgewise and it's just not fluent, it's not flowing mutually, that's going to be the last time you speak to me for a while, if ever again, like on the phone, because I just be like, nah, you wore me the fuck out. I don't let people wear me out. I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it in any capacity at all. I don't know. And you know what? I think it's just a part of who I am, because number one, I don't have children. I have my nieces. So you have to imagine this. I live alone. Even though, like, I link up with my friends and shit like that, but I live alone and I live a very easy type of life. And I don't like to feel pressured into doing anything. I just don't like, I just don't. Just light energy and just, controlling what you can about any circumstance. Like, nah, you think you gonna come at me talking fast? I'm gonna slow your ass right down. You think that you about to rush me with some shit? I'm gonna slow your ass right down with my energy, because I'm gonna have a very laid back, light, like, huh? Hold on, I just got here. Let me get in. Yeah, and I'm gonna give your ass about yeah, give me some time. Leave a like. What's up, Lola? So anyway, y'all, it's almost 12 o'clock. It's 11:42. So shout out to Nicki Minaj. Please, please, please make sure that y'all streaming that Endless Fashion with Nicki Minaj and Uzi. Let me tell you something. Y'all know, if you was on here the first night where I did a review of that song, I said, I'm going to need some more time with it. I said that shit. What's that lady who got that channel who was doing the Renaissance review? But it was like, yo, let me tell you this. I don't know if you heard this. I don't know if you felt like this when you first heard the Endless Fashion, but when I first heard it, and like I think the second time I caught the bar about the MAGA, when she said I got a Republican doctor. I was like, oh my God, what is she saying about this Republican shit? People was about to start coming at Nicki. But then after I listened to it the second time, I was like, oh shit, okay, I get it. She's a genius when it comes to that wordplay and anything. So that song is doing really good. It's still top 5 on Apple Music, I believe. So Uzi need to just make that a single. I wonder how that's gonna go though, because I know that they didn't completely sample that I'm Blue song. I wonder if that's just an interpolation or if it's a whole sample, because they need to push that song. I feel like that song is doing good. They need to push that on radio, rhythmic, urban, even pop. Send it out to pop too. But see, this is what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like Nicki, she's one of the greats because she learns from the greatest, like, and now you see that Cardi is trying to follow after Nicki, talking about, oh, we about to turn up, we about to do blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something. One thing I learned from Foxy Brown, and she spoke about about this, and this is why even on the hotspot lyrics, when she was like Fox on everything, like she's on everything, like she's doing the remixes, she doing whatever. Foxy's on everything, and I just remember Foxy being in an interview, and she was just like, people was telling her like, "Yo, your come up, like when you was coming up, you had the ain't no nigga, you had the I shot ya." She was like, I was saturating everything, and that's what Nicki is doing. She's saturating everything. She got the motherfucking Red Ruby the sleeves. She got the Princess Diana. She got the she did the song with NBA Youngboy. She got the motherfucking Barbie World. She got the Pound Town, which is hard as fuck. Pound Town is one of my favorites, to be honest. If I had to put them in order, I feel like Red Ruby is definitely my favorite from the beginning of the year. But I love the Red Ruby sped up version. I don't know. Red Ruby slowed down. I can get into it if somebody else is playing it, but y'all hear me on this channel. I play the sped up version of Red Ruby all the time. I just don't really enjoy the slow version. So I'm actually one of those people happy that they started to come out with those sped up versions, because I like that more. Oh, he says she's having a C-section tomorrow. See, I didn't even say nothing about wanting one. Nope. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna respond tomorrow. Yeah. I don't want nobody thinking I want to buy a dog, because I don't want no dog. I just don't. I want to be unencumbered by any of that. If I have a dog, I want to be able to have like a, full, I want to be able to have like a backyard and shit like that, and the dog own space. But whoever the person is that says something about the Cane Corsos turning on you, they're actually, if you look up the history of them, they're really good dogs. Let me tell you something. They said that if you're a first dog owner, you might not want that dog though. They are high energetic. Like, just look up the hashtag on Instagram. You'll see different people with those dogs, but they don't play though. I've seen one on YouTube where the dog wasn't socialized though, and it was very aggressive to any and everybody who came to the house, but they're nice to their owners. You know what I'm saying? It's a good day to be a barb. Nicki is a genius. She also used the Republican line because Uzi, the album cover is the American flag, the red that's supposed to be rep Republicans. Yo, let me tell you what my coworker said, and I'm really fucking mad. So this is another thing that I don't like. So you know that it's 4th of July. So they like, oh, everybody wear red, white, and blue on Monday. So I wanted to go against the grain so hard. I promise you. And then check out why I'm not going to do it. So I went shopping today, and I got me 2 new polos, and I got like this polo that got like flowers on it, and it's like white, and I really, really like it because it reminds me of this polo I got from Abercrombie and Fitch, and I felt like I finally found something that was just like that. But I don't want to wear it with the white sneakers I got. I really want to get me some white Air Max 95s. And I said, this is the only reason why I'm going to wear red, white, and blue tomorrow. So I'm just going to wear my polo, my red and blue polo, and just wear maybe my red and white Jordans or something. Just kind of do it that way. But I don't like all of that shit. I'm going to give it to them tomorrow because I know that they want people to do that. But I really wasn't even going to wear that tomorrow. Like, I wanted to hit them with some new outfit, new Dior Sport. As soon as I hit that corner, that shit going to go up crazy. I know people, oh my God, every time, like, I love being complimented on the way that I smell. Honestly, it's one of the things that I love the most. And I know this too. Like, every time my coworker asks me for help, I'll be like, oh, I'll help you. I'll get up, go right around. She'll be like, oh my God, you smell so good. Thank you. But you know what? I need to get me a cheaper scent though. I'm gonna get me a cheaper scent because they got this one scent at this store that I like. It's really good and only costs $50. And I like it because it smells like that when you go into this store. So I'm just gonna buy that because I can't be spraying that Dior Sport. That shit's almost $200 for that bottle, and the bottle is sexy as fuck. That shit is clear. It got the CD on the top too for the Christian Dior. I said, yeah, this shit smells so good. I can't wear that out like I did like I did the fucking Chanel Blue. Chanel Blue is my baby, but they got competition now because this damn CD, that Christian Dior shit, ooh, that shit smells so right. Ooh, you're just my type. Everything's so right. And I just wanna chill and dip up out of here. One of my friends was hating last night too. Not literally though, but when I woke, they was like, oh my God, like did you spray? This was like, did you spray too much cologne? But then you complimented and said you like this. So don't be you. It wasn't loud. You just mad that my shit was potent like that. And people was just complimenting me like, yo. I remember one time when I wore Chanel Blue. I don't know if y'all cologne people. When I first wore Chanel Blue when I was in New York, somebody was like, oh my God, that cologne smells like, it just smells like a really clean water. Like, yeah. And that was just how I feel about it too. Chanel Blue is my shit. But yeah, Let's see. I got that one. I love it too, Tom Ford. I never got into Tom Ford. Maybe I'll try that out next. Get a sponsorship from Dossier. From Dossier. They stuff is identical. Maybe I'll try that out. Aquarius men definitely like being complimented, words of affirmation. Hell yeah. And I love when people tell me how good I look for my age. I love when they tell me how good I smell. Yeah, I love all of that shit. Like I really, really do, because it kind of like it makes you realize that what you're doing is working. Like, yo, ever since, like, listen, it takes a lot to just, your wellness should automatically come first. I had some slip ups where I would be on, somebody on Twitter even said this to me. I feel like cursing their ass out. You know who you are too. They was like, yeah, you haven't talked about Chick-fil-A in a while. Yeah, that shit, drinking all that lemonade and shit every day. Trust me, let me tell you something. Even when I be in the mood of eating that shit, I know that it's going to end shortly, because I know that it is. I just be certain times, when you slip up and you start eating bad, you just end you doing some shit. But I always have it like that chip on my shoulder, like, yo, this shit is about to end. Like, you've been eating out too much, you've been doing too much. And I want to preserve myself. I want to preserve my life. I want to preserve my sexiness. I want to make sure that I'm on point. I don't want to be older and slouched over and back all bent up unless I get into an accident or something. But no, I'm preserving this shit. And yeah, no high blood pressure, no diabetes, none of that shit. So I need to take advantage of my life and live my life to the fullest. So, you know, I just really think it's crazy that I don't even crave drinking juice or anything. I don't even crave juice. Nope. I drink water with lemon mostly every day. And now I got into this mood of getting the celestials, I think it's called celestial tea. So I get like my jug of water, and then I put like lemon in it, and I put like 2 tea bags in it, and that's all I be drinking. It's really plain. It gives you a little flavor from the tea, like whether it's wild berry tea or raspberry. Let me tell you this though. Be very careful if you get the celestial teas though, because let me tell you, I thought that I was like, yo, something is wrong with me. Last week I was at work and I was so exhausted. But guess what? I got this little sampler box of teas. It was a black cherry tea, and that shit had I don't want to say the name wrong. It's that CHAMOILE, chamomile. You know what I'm talking about. It had that in the tea. That shit makes you, it's a sleepy time tea. I said, yo, I'm at work and I still push myself. I said, nope, you going to work out too. After I figured out what was in that tea, I said, yo, hold on, let me go to Google so I could pronounce it right. Because this is the second time I brung this tea up in conversation and I felt like I didn't know how to say it. CHAMO chamomile. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Let me see. Pronunciation. Chamomile. Chamomile? Yeah. Hold on. No. Chamomile. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, don't drink that shit where you at work. That shit is gonna tire you the fuck out. Real talk. I thought something was wrong. I said, why am I so tired? And you know what? I'm one of those people, like, I call people dummies for not looking into shit. I said, why am I so tired? For some reason, I said, let me look up this tea. I'm drinking a black cherry tea today. I Googled that shit. That shit had chamomile in it. I said, oh, then I Googled chamomile and it said sleeping, it causes sleepiness and all of that. I said, oh, hell no. I was tired as hell driving home from work that day. And I said, you still going to the motherfucking gym. It don't matter. It don't matter. That's how I be talking shit to myself. You still fucking going. Don't matter what you drink. You should have looked at the motherfucking ingredients. Now I only drink that on the weekend. Like I had that last night where I went out. When I got back home last night and I drunk some of that tea that I had, that shit put me out. But I can't drink that during the workday. It's just too much. Mm. Anyway, I've already talked too much. I'm about to get up out of here. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm happy. We got a half day tomorrow. We get out extra early tomorrow. This is one thing I do like about this company. On the holidays, we get out early. Like Friday, we got out early. And then it's just like they just blessing us. So tomorrow we get out early again for the holiday. thank you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that because now I could get off work and then I could get ready for, and get some other shit that I could go get those sneakers that I wanted to get. Because I got some New Balance, those 550s, some all white ones, but I wore those down and you can't be wearing no new shit. Maybe I could run them through a wash cycle. And just save my money. But I really want some all white Air Max 95s. I really been wanting those, and those will look really good with those like these jeans that I got, and that shirt is just gonna pop. So then I'll come back from the 4th of July break, like, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna wear my new shit. We gonna say that. We gonna save it. So listen, y'all be blessed. People already doing the firecrackers, fireworks around here and shit. So just be safe. You know how shit go down on 4th of July. So just be careful, be safe, and you know what I mean? Did y'all hear about that mass shooting that took place in Baltimore? They had some sort of block party and like multiple people were shot. I should have brought that up on the neighborhood talk. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I think was that the neighborhood talk or was it? Oh, let me play this too. This is so dope. Give me a second.
I get back. I'm in LA, Rodeo Drive. I'm in New York, Madison Ave. I'm a Barbie girl. Pink Barbie dream house. The way it can be killing shit. I'm yelling out like a scream.
She killed that. Hold on. Let me stop that because I don't want to get hit. Yelling out. We ain't selling out. We got to go. Yelling out. She killed that. I like how Kiki be showing Nicki love like that. Yeah. She ate that. She ate that. Don't hate. So, wait, me yelling out. Like she killed that shit the way she walked off too. And she did the little wave like Nicki was in the challenge when she waved at the what's the lady on the plane? Was she, you know what I'm saying? She did that. She did her big one. Okay. Man tased and after charging after female security. Yeah, let me get up off of here. It's almost 12 o'clock. Yo, this is your boy LaRon, female rapper lead. Be blessed. I appreciate anybody who's here, who's listened to my commentary, even though I wasn't talking about shit really at the end. But I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody who leave comments on my channel, share my videos. I really, really appreciate it. I'm excited for most of all for Nicki's new album coming. Like, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna be reviewing the album. I don't know if I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I don't really want to speak on it, but I'm gonna try to do something special around that time. So that's November. How many months is that from now? August, September, October. We got 4 months. Yeah, it's gonna go down. Anyway, this is your boy LaRon, female rapper lead. Be blessed. Subscribe. Thumbs up the video, and I'm out. Peace.